Hey, this is Bond Diesel bringing you my Lone Star 6-piece classified build idea for the Ambusher Global event. It starts on January 23rd of 2018. Now, I'm going to preface this with a little bit of information. One, I understand that not everyone has two big owls with destructive on them. Two, I understand not everyone has 6-piece classified Lone Star, even though the chances are pretty decent that you do, right? So, unless you're Han. And then three, that I fully understand that the Tactician build is probably going to be the easiest, but I found myself having a ton of fun with this build. So I really enjoyed this build in the underground, and I think it will work really well, and I will show you why. So as you can see on here, I do have myself spec'd into a decent amount of toughness. I could go probably one more piece into firepower, especially for the event, because the whole point of the event is going to be staying still and taking cover. So that's a choice you can make. So I've got 2 pieces into stamina, 2 pieces into firearms, and 1 piece into electronics. For guns, I'm running 2 big Alejandros. These both have destructive on them, and one has fierce and the other one has predatory. I use the one for a little bit of healing because even though I've got 460,000 toughness, it is not the strongest health build on Earth. And then the other one with fierce, it just so happened that was the talent I decided to keep, and I rolled destructive on it. Pistol doesn't really matter. It's got cool-headed. I'm not that worried about that. Before we dig into each piece, for the abilities, I have the overheal, the overdose, and then smart cover. Now, it could probably be kind of up to you which mod to use on the smart cover, but I'm going to go with the one that helps you slowly recover health. I'm thinking this one here that has the pulse, and then this one here that helps out with debuffing the enemies. That could be useful as well, but I'm going with this one because this one helps the stability and accuracy the most, or the same as the other one, and it provides the health, which I think is useful. So that's how I'm rolling with this. Then I have critical save, strike back, precision, and steady hands. The precision to kind of help with not having the pulse. Steady hands should be somewhat obvious to help out with the stability, and then these two to kind of help out with getting those skills back, the health skill especially. As for the actual pieces, I am running firearm damage to elite mods. These were you could have bought these a couple weeks ago, I believe. At the end of the day, really, even just having regular firearms mods with skill power or health, whatever, is your fancy. This one should help in the challenging missions for when I will be, running everything, trying to get as many credits as quickly as I can. As you can see by my gear score, this isn't even a fully optimized Lone Star, but I am really confident in it. When you have the Big Owl third talent, which is the cover shooter, where it buffs your damage when you're in cover and you get hits, similar to Striker, except you don't lose it unless you reload, basically. And then you get it for 10 seconds. Between that, the steady hands, the Lone Star, damage you get from the 3-piece and the 5-piece, the ammo capacity, the Berserker talent when it goes off on Lone Star. If you've never experienced the Berserker talent with a big Alejandro, then you've never lived. It is an absolute blast to use, and in the right situation, you have a pretty good control over it as well. As for the two, I would suggest if you have good control, I would spec into crit chance, just to try to bump up that damage a little bit more. I have some stability on it just because I have potato aim and I need all the help I can get. that's kind of the gist of what I'm looking at here. So for me, this is something I'm going to use. For you, it may not be your cup of tea, or you may just roll with the Tactician build like it appears a lot of people are going to, and I get that. One extra little tip here at the end of the video is when you move, the way that Ambusher is going to work is as you move, you will have a meter slowly come down and down and down, and it's going to be telling you basically it's like once it runs out, you'll start taking damage to your actual character. One thing that you need to realize is that if you do a cover to cover move, so if you're in cover, aim somewhere and hold down A on the Xbox or whatever the corresponding button is for your console, you do not suffer any of that damage. It doesn't even take away your damage buff at all. So name of the game for Ambusher is probably going to be doing as much cover to cover movement as possible. So that's my video. That's where I'm going with this. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comments, or take it over to my Twitter. If you like the video, make sure to thumbs up it. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. You can check me out on Twitter and Twitch. Those links will be down in the description of the video. And other than that, until next time, this was Bond Diesel.